this video will be quite long in general, so you can always skip to the section of the class you want to look up, right? Point efficiency for PvP and the efficiency for PvE. So what you need to know in DragonSaga is to choose from Dragoon and Overlord. If you choose to be a magician, then the Invoker and the Sorcerer. For the Archer, Sentinel and Destroyer. And for the Thief, Ninja and Savage. That becomes a Summoner. And the Twin Fighter, that becomes a Jumo. So we will be looking at every class we just saw in more details. I have every class, so I will see you then. Alright everyone, so for our starting class we will be looking at the Dragoon. It's a dynamic playstyle. So if you're a new player and you are looking for a PvP class, I would say that's one of the best you can find out there. There's multiple abilities you need to know. There's a lot of knowledge about this class, so if you want to put some good time, then I believe it's good for you. So I will be showing you guys off all the abilities soon. But for sure, if you like playing with your friends or doing duels, that's a good class. For PvP, I would give it a 9 out of 10. And the efficiency for PvE, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10, since once you reach the end gear, it can be great. Overlord class, I would say it's quite a good class, since there's a lot of HP you can get for this class. So if you play PvE or PvP, it's both good options. In terms of difficulty of skills, it's not the hardest class, because the skills you do, there's few skills in this class and they do a good amount of damage overall. So I would say it's quite easy to upgrade this class, since you do a lot of damage, and compared to other classes you can be relatively faster when you farm. Now for PvP, I would give it a 8 out of 10, since it's one of the best class, but you don't have much shield or area damage, so I would give it an 8. And for PvE, I would give it a 8 again, because you can farm quite faster and you can have a lot of damage. So as you guys can see, I'm showing you guys all the skills again. Now let's go to the other class. So for the Invoker class, this class is more like a support kind of class. So if you like to heal your teammates or the people you play with, and you're not like the kind of person that goes in the front, I would recommend this class for you. It's quite fun to play. There's multiple skills and you don't need health potion, since you can heal yourself. Like I said previously, the mobs you can encounter, they have X resistance and you don't do as much damage as the other class. Now for PvP, I would give it a 7 out of 10, since there is multiple skills you can use in PvP that can help your team. And for PvE, I would give it a 5 out of 10, since it's hard to play compared to other classes that have more damage and are more effective overall. Now for the Sorcerer class, I believe this class is quite slow until you reach 85, but it's fun, even though I didn't upgrade my character. If you like, being not dying and doing good damage, this class is for you, because you can heal yourself. For the skills and to level up until 85, it's one of the best, I believe, actually. of all the classes. For the efficiency for PvP, it's great in PvP since you have some zoning skills, and the combos you can do are great for stunning your enemies. And for PvE as well, there's multiple skills that do good amount of damage, and once you have the maximum movement speed, it's a good class for PvE and PvP, so that's good for new players. All right, so for the Destroyer class, this class, it's quite fun to play, right? There's different skills, and you can have a lot of fun when you play this class. But the problem is that you are quite squishy when you play. So if you get hit by monsters, later you can get one-shotted. You don't have like much HP compared to other class, but you do have a lot of damage. For PvP, I would give it a 4 out of 10 since there's way better options out there for you if you want to play against other people. And for PvE, since it has a lot of damage, I would give it, but not much HP, I would give it a 7 out of 10. So yeah, let's go for the next class. Alright, so the Sentinel class, it's quite fun to play, right? But the thing is, it's hard to build your character, but I believe it's one of the strongest class in the game when you reach the end gear. So as well, because you are in the archer class, so if you get hit, you can lose a lot of HP, you can't heal yourself, but it's quite fun to play and you can be fast when you farm. So now for the efficiency for PvP, I would probably give it a 10 out of 10 since, in my opinion, I'm just a player, but it's the best class for PvP because there is a lot of crowd control and stuns. You can help your team. And for the efficiency for PvE, I would give it a 5 out of 10 since there's just better options out. Now for the Summoner class, this class used to be one of the best in the game, but I believe right now not many players play this class because it's quite hard, you don't have much damage, you don't farm that fast compared to other classes, but it can still be enjoyable to play, and if you want to have some fun and experience the game another way, I believe it's the hardest class right now to build because there are many skills and you don't do much damage compared to other classes. As you guys can see in the tree right here, there's many skills. You need a lot of knowledge and to learn the class in order to be great in the game. So for the efficiency for PvP, I would give it a 3 out of 10, and I'm giving extra points because it's quite hard to play in PvP. You have high cooldowns, not much damage, not stuns as well, but it's fun to play. And for the efficiency for PvE, I believe if you have a high gear character, it can be fun. So I would give it a 7 out of 10. Now the twin class is mon coup de cœur, my heart. I really enjoyed playing this class before, um, since you're quite fast and you do good amount of damage. You are squishy, you don't have much HP like the archer class, but you are, in my opinion, faster. So we need to consider that there's multiple skills like the summoner class, and you need to learn these, and you can use two kinds of skills. As you can see at the left, there is the orange one right here and the green one. So the green, it's your twin that's attacking, and the orange, it's yourself. So that's another gameplay compared to the other classes. You can enjoy this class in PvP, but it got quite down, so it got nerfed. So I would give it a 7 out of 10. And the efficiency for PvE, I would give it a 7 out of 10 as well. Alright, so for the ninja class, it's a good fast-paced class. I would say that even though I didn't upgrade fully my character, because I didn't fall in love with the class, it's fun and you can enjoy another kind of gameplay. Um, you switch between your human form and your ninja form. In terms of skills, I would give it a 8 out of 10. But for some players that can be fun, and for others that can be a turn off, depends on which side you're on. Um, Now for the, if you want to reach 85, I believe it's not the best but not the worst class. It's in the middle range, so it's fun. You can do it pretty normal, I would say standards. And for PvE and PvP, both ways, I would say that it's a solid 7 out of 10, since you have some stuns, some combos. But I would say a good ninja player depends on how he can learn his combos and play well. So that's something you need to consider before making this class. So yeah. All right, everyone. So we're reaching off the end of the video about every single class, and in my opinion, I kept the best for last. Now, the Savage class, I feel like it's the most equally class of all. Now, if you want to reach 85, it's a good class. You have strong base DPS. Um, Now, for the efficiency for PvP, I know many players say it's the best class for 1v1s, but I believe the Dragoon or the Sentinel are better than Savage, so I would give it a 8. And for PvE, I would give it a solid 10, since I believe it's the strongest class with Sorcerer in PvE. I wish you the guys the best success in your life, and I will introduce you to a bonus at the end of this video, as a player to a player, because I'm not a guild, a GM or a developer, so I'm just a player. So you guys can make your own judgment by your class.